Hello everyone, welcome to the third semester class. As I have already introduced myself, I am Arindam Ghosh, an assistant professor in the Department of English, Krishna Chandra College, Hatampur, Birbhum, and I have already told you that this particular class is primarily for the undergraduate students of English Honours studying under the affiliated colleges under the University of Bardhaman. So I started my third semester classes yesterday, and I started with Tintin in Tibet, which is a very important text in the CC6 course 6 syllabus of English Honours, and I have talked with you regarding the various conventions of popular literature. What is popular literature? What is the basic definition and scope of popular literature? How popular literature is differentiating itself with classical literature, with high literature, and I have also discussed with you about the various features of popular literature, about the various genres of popular literature, genres like romance, genres like fantasy and science fiction, westerners, and of course genres like detective fiction and whodunit. These are all the areas of popular literature, and of course comics and the graphic novel. So moving into it, I have discussed elaborately about these various genres, about mystery, about thriller, about science fiction, about romance, about fantasy, and then I have also talked about what is the basic idea of popular culture. So what is popular culture? Popular culture is a type of culture which is very popular among the masses. So while culture is the constant process of producing meanings of and from our social experience, popular culture is that kind of culture which is a dominant ideology which emanate from the masses of the society. So I mean, a particular context popular culture and elite culture differentiation করেছিলাম. For example, সতীদাহ প্রথা, I told you that it's a 19th century Bengali popular culture. Rash Mela, Joydev Mela, these are all examples of the popular culture. I have also told you about what is the basic difference between popular cinema for the masses and art house cinema. Though I have already told you that making this distinction between popular cinema and art cinema, making the distinction between the classical literature or high literature and popular literature is highly problematic in nature. এটা করাটা কতটা যুক্তিযুক্ত সেটা একটা প্রশ্ন. অনেকেই বলতে পারে, এটা আমি আগের দিন বলেছিলাম যে ফর এক্সাম্পল শেক্সপিয়ার ইজ বোথ অ্যান আর্টিস্ট ফর দ্য মাসেস অ্যাজ ওয়েল অ্যাজ ফর দ্য ক্লাসেস. শেক্সপিয়ারের সময়ে শেক্সপিরিয়ান থিয়েটার, যে কোনো শেক্সপিরিয়ান থিয়েটার, বি ইট ম্যাকবেথ, বি ইট হ্যামলেট, বি ইট কিং লিয়ার, একটা পার্টিকুলার লোকেশনে বসে সেখানে ম্যানুয়াল লেবারের থেকে শুরু করে একেবারেই সোসাইটির মার্জিনালাইজড ক্লাস থেকে শুরু করে কিং বা কুইন, নোবেলম্যান সবাই দেখত. ফলে লিটারেচারকে বা কোনো একটা কালচারাল এক্সপ্রেশনকে হাই অ্যান্ড লো, পপুলার অ্যান্ড নন পপুলার, ফর দ্য ক্লাসেস, ফর দ্য মাসেস, এরকম ভাবে ভাগ করাটা কতটা যুক্তিযুক্ত সেটা একটা বিরাট বড় প্রশ্ন. এবং in modern academics, this entire idea of the popular culture is getting very problematic, and such kind of discrimination and creating such kind of hierarchy, whether it is viable in any form of aesthetics, নন্দন তত্ত্ব বা সৌন্দর্য বিদ্যার তত্ত্বে এটা কতটা ভায়াবল এই ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন করা, সেটা সত্যি একটা বিরাট বড় প্রশ্ন. I have already told you regarding the difference of the popular culture and the elite culture. While popular culture is basically unwritten lore of the masses passed down orally from one generation down to another, elite culture usually refers to the literary and artistic world of the educated elite dominant class. So, for example, Lalun can be cited as an example of this popular culture or folk culture, while Rabindranath can easily be cited as an example of the elite culture, but at the same time, as I said, it's a highly problematic differentiation. Many people can say Rabindranath borrowed from Lalon and various other poetic tradition of Bengal. So here lies the problematic area of differentiating between the popular culture and the elite culture. So as I already said, many people can cite questions regarding the difference between the folk culture and popular culture. While folk is essentially rural, traditional, conservative, pop culture can also be urban, fad, innovative. For example, the rock music of the 1970s and the 80s, the pop music of 1970s and 80s was essentially urban in nature, spreading in the various urban cities of America. So, of course, there is a great similarity between folk literature and the popular literature, folk culture and the popular culture. But again, there lies some essential difference between them. Chiefly, it is rural, it is traditional, it is handmade, while it is the popular culture is urban, it is mass-produced, and it spread rapidly in large areas. Now, moving into regarding the discussion on the discussion of the graphic novel and comics. As I have already told you that this class is primarily on Harje's Tintin in Tibet, which is a text in our syllabus, recommended in our syllabus. So let us begin with the definition of comics. What is comics? Comics is basically a medium used to express ideas through images, visual images, often combined with text or other visual information. So basically, it's a medium in which an author tries to communicate or tries to establish communication with the reader through images, through visual information. যেটা তোমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছ, যেটা তোমাদের চোখের মধ্যে দিয়ে যে ইনফরমেশনটা এনকোডেড হচ্ছে. So that is the basic definition of comics. And comics frequently takes the form of juxtaposed sequences of the panels of images. I will discuss later on what is the basic structure and format of comics. This particular thing, যেটা আমরা comics এ দেখতে পাই, এটাকে comic panel বলা হয়. Okay, so it tries to communicate, it tries to establish a relationship with the reader through the panels of the images, and often textual devices such as speech balloons, captions, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means it's a kind of rhetorical device through which sound is expressed. Through the sound, some form of linguistic information is being conveyed to the reader. So that's onomatopoeia. Is an expression of the pain and the agony of the character who is being harmed. So and onomatopoeia indicate dialogue, narration, sound effects, and other information. So basically, through speech balloons and captions, it tries to communicate with the reader. And size and arrangement of the panels contribute to the narrative pacing. So that's very important. Comics must have a narrative. এক ধরনের গল্প তাকে বলতে হবে রিডারদেরকে. Though this very idea of the narrative is again very problematic. কি ধরনের গল্প বলবে, কি ধরনের ভিজুয়াল মিডিয়ামের থ্রু দিয়ে আদৌ কোনো গল্প বলবে কিনা, বা গল্প বললো সেই ন্যারেটিভের স্ট্রাকচার কিরকম হবে. বাট দেয়ার শুড বি আ ফর্ম অফ ন্যারেটিভ, এক ধরনের বৃত্তান্ত, এক ধরনের কোনো ধরনের একটা স্টোরি লাইন এই কমিক্সের মধ্যে থাকতে হবে. Cartooning and similar forms of illustration are the most common image making means in comics. Of course, cartoon is a very popular medium, and all the characters in comics are basically can be drawn through on the basis of the cartoon. So, এই ধরনের কমিক্সের মধ্যে একটা এসেনশিয়াল ফিচার হচ্ছে ক্যারেক্টার গুলো essentially they are basically production of the pastiche or parody. যে ক্যারেক্টারগুলোকে ক্রিয়েট করা হচ্ছে তারা এক্স্যাক্টলি হয়তো অনেক সময় মানুষের মতো দেখতে নয়, anthropomorphic creatures. So cartooning is a very important device behind creation of the comics, and fumetti is a form which uses photographic images. Common forms of comics include comic strips, editorial and gag cartoons, and comic books. So basically, what is a comics? Comics is a medium to express ideas by images, often combined with text or other visual information. So it's basically a visual medium. At the same time, it's an audio-visual medium because there are, of course, texts that conveyed the dialogues that the characters engaged with other characters. So comics is basically a visual medium. Later on in this particular lecture, I will compare comics with graphic novel. What is the basic difference between comics and graphic novel? Graphic novel is a much more serious kind of activity. It's a much more serious narrative about the pangs, agonies, about the various emotional reflections of a human being. So in this way, comics and the graphic novel differentiates with one another. But let us now have a look into the basic structure of a graphic narrative or a comics. So if we have a look into this, this is basically the panel, comic panel. যে কোনো কমিক্সে কোনো একটা জায়গাতে যখন আমি একটা ভিজুয়াল ন্যারেটিভ ইন্ট্রোডিউস করার চেষ্টা করি, আমি যখন একটা পার্টিকুলার ছবি আঁকি, এই পার্টিকুলার ছবির একটা অংশকে বলা হয় কমিক প্যানেল। So this is the example of the comic panel or frame. The space between the one panel to another panel is known as the gutter. Gutter is basically the space between the panels. Okay. Then this particular dialogue is known as the narrative box or the caption or voiceover, and this particular narrative box is known as speech balloon. When a particular character is conveying some message with other characters, is conversing with other characters, that is known as the speech balloon. And when a particular character is thinking about other characters, that is a jerk, is an absolute idiot, and a pagol lok bolem bhabche, that is known as the thought balloon. There can be, of course, borderless panel, and these things, these note of interrogations, note of exclamation on the part of the characters, known as emanata. Emanata, known as the emanata. And if a particular panel is big enough to cover the half of the page, is known as the splash page, or full of the page is known as splash page. Okay, and this entire thing is known as bleeding because the images runs off the page. Okay, so this entire writing is known as the bleeding, BLED, you know, রক্ত যেরকম কোনো বর্ডার মানে না, সেরকম ভাবেই যখন রক্ত বের হয় আমাদের শরীর দিয়ে, তো সেরকম ভাবেই এখানে এই পার্টিকুলার কমিক্সের কনটেক্সটে এটা ব্লিড করছে, ব্লিডিং ফ্রম one border of the page down to the another. So this is actually the entire page. This is known as the splash, this is known as panel, the space known as the gutter, thought balloon, speech balloon, borderless panel, thinking about various expressions like note of interrogation, note of exclamation is known as emanata. Okay, so these are all the various terms related with the structure of a graphic narrative. And what is recto and verso? Recto and verso is basically technical terms for pages in a spread. One particular page is known as recto, another particular page, the behind the back page, is known as the verso. Ekta patar samneটাকে বলে recto, almost unseparable another page, the back, known as the verso. And if a particular comic panel is spread among the two pages, দুটো পাতা জুড়ে যদি একটা ছবি হয়, it is known as spread. Okay, so these are some of the terms related with the graphic novel or comics. So for example, in case of this particular graphic panel, we can say that these are the comic panels. Okay, so these are the panels. This is a big panel spreading across the entire half of the page. This can be known as the splash, and this particular space is known as the gutter. Gutter is basically the intermediate space between the two comic panels. Okay, so this is garter, this is comic panel, and these are known as the speech balloons. And this is this particular another image inside a particular image is known as insider graphic panel, which resides inside the graphic narrative. So now let us discuss about some of the basic characteristics of comics. What comics actually do? What are the basic features of comics? In comics, we can see space as time. This is a very interesting concept. What is the basic difference between time and space and place? Space is basically the idea, it's basically a cultural idea of the place. It's a culturally loaded idea of place. Space means it carries the socio-political baggages of a particular place. For example, if I said that Hetampu is only a place. Meet me in Dubrajpur around 9 o'clock. So this is basically I'm talking about Dubrajpur as a place. But if I talk about Dubrajpur as a space, it will carry a whole lot of socio-political baggages, socio-political background information regarding Dubrajpur. Dubrajpure goto besh koyek bochor dhore রাজনৈতিক সামাজিক যে বিভিন্ন ধরনের ঘটনা ঘটে আসছে তার কথা আমার মনে পড়বে দুবরাজপুরের উল্লেখ করলে, তখন দুবরাজপুর স্পেস হচ্ছে। So basically in a comic strip, space becomes a form of time. So comics narrative actually becomes not only a kind of flippant discussion regarding a kind of flippant exercise regarding a particular cartoonish character, but rather it becomes a very important socio-historical document. In comics, we can also see simultaneous juxtaposition of the images. One image is being put upon another. We can see the tabloidic images, reader controlling the pacing of the graphic novel, a particular a very specific blending of the word and the image. And in comics, some characters do not age over time, and some comics are written as a series, and what is said is written in bubbles pointing to the characters. In comics, some characters do not age over time. Onek character kokkonoi bridho hoy na comic e. For example, Tintin is a great example যেখানে সে কখনোই বৃদ্ধ হচ্ছে না কমিক্সে। Jack and Joe is another character. For example, Phantom in our Bengal it is known as Oronnodeb. Batman, Bruce Wayne. Batman is being published from 1930s onwards, and he never aged. The influence of the gerontology, বৃদ্ধ হওয়া, এই এজের কোনো ধরনের ইনফ্লুয়েন্স ব্যাটম্যানের মধ্যে, সুপারম্যানের মধ্যে পড়েনি, টিনটিনের মধ্যে পড়েনি। টিনটিন from 1929 down to 1970s অবধি বিভিন্ন সময় কনস্ট্যান্টলি পাবলিশড হয়েছে, কিন্তু টিনটিন একবারও এজ ওভার করেনি। Now moving into the history of comics. The history of comics has followed different paths in different cultures, and scholars have in fact posited a prehistory as far back as Lakiu cave paintings. So Lakiu cave paintings ke comics er prehistorical lineage বা background হিসেবে অনেক স্কলারই ধরে, কিন্তু generally by the mid 20th century comics flourished particularly in the United States, Western Europe, especially in France and Belgium and Japan. In Japan, this particular form of comics is known as manga. Japanese comics ke bola hai manga. It's a very historically rich genre. So the history of the European comics is often traced to Rudolf Toffer's cartoon strips of the 1830s, and became popular following the success in the 1930s of the strips and the books such as The Adventure of Tintin. Remember, The Adventure of the Tintin actually completely changed the paradigm of the history of the comics. History of the comics er somosto thinking paradigm ta purotai poriborton kore diyechilo The Adventures of Tintin. It's a Franco-Belgian comics published around 1930s. It changed the scenario, the entire historical lineage of the European comics. American comics emerged as a mass medium in the early 20th century with the advent of the newspaper comic strips. Remember, comic strips were basically published in the newspaper. Amrao chotobelate Aranyadev, Anandabazar, Mandrake or Anandabazar porechi. And magazine style comic books followed in the 1930s, in which the superhero genre became prominent after Superman appeared in 1938. So this very idea of the introduction of a Superman who will help people from distress, from every form of problems, have first emerged in the pages of the comics. পরবর্তীকালে সুপারম্যান, ব্যাটম্যান এগুলোকে from the pages of the comics to the screen খুবই পপুলারলি ট্রান্সলেট করা গেছে বা ট্রান্সফর্ম করা গেছে। প্রত্যেকটা মার্ভেল সুপারহিরো আর ডিসি ডিটেকটিভ কমিক সুপারহিরো প্রত্যেকেই এই কমিক্সের পেজ থেকে উঠে এসেছে। আজকে আমরা ডিসকাসিং অ্যাবাউট দ্য গ্রেট ব্যাটল বিটুইন দ্য মার্ভেল অ্যান্ড দ্য ডিসি, বাট এগুলো সবই উঠে এসেছে এই কমিক্সের পেজ থেকে। এই যে দ্য গ্রেট ব্যাটল বিটুইন দ্য মার্ভেল অ্যান্ড দ্য ডিসি ইন দ্য স্ক্রিন, অন স্ক্রিন, is basically a battle that began in the pages of the comic strips. So histories of the Japanese comics and the cartooning propose origins as early as 12th century. Remember that Japan has a very rich history of making comics, and modern comic strips emerged in Japan in the early 20th century, and the output of the comics magazine and the books rapidly grew and expanded in Japan in the post-Second World War Japan. In the hands of the cartoonists like Osamu Tezuka, a canonical and famous writer of Japanese comics. Now, comics has had a lowbrow reputation for much of its history, but towards the end of the 20th century, it began to find greater acceptance with public and the academia, and comics become a very important topic for discussion in the academia. Comics and the graphic narrative. আমরা কেউ কোনোদিন ভাবিনি, আমরা যখন ইংলিশ অনার্স পড়েছি around 2006-2009, যে কোনোদিন কখনো গ্রাফিক ন্যারেটিভকে সিলেবাসের পাঠ করা হবে। So it becomes a very important discourse in academia. So as I have said, that Rudolfo Toppier began this cartoon strips in the 1830s through the adventures of the Tintin. The idea of the comic album emerged, serialized comic album যে পরপর পাবলিশ হবে টিনটিনের হাত ধরে 1930s ইউরোপে প্রথম ইমার্জ করে, and in the America Batman and Superman also appeared in the 1930s and 1940s, and magazine style comic books published began its publication around 1940s, 1950s, and comics emerged as a mass medium in the Europe around mid 1950s. So this is the general history of the comics, a brief timeline. Bute's tapestry at the time of Norman conquest, so basically a type of tapestry, কাপড়ের উপরে এক ধরনের সেলাইয়ের কাজ আঁকা, সেখানে কেভ পেইন্টিং সেগুলোকে কমিক্সের প্রিডেসেসর বলে ধরা হয়। 1895, a very important year when this Yellow Kid, a very important comics imaged. 1867, Alan Softers first appeared in the Jury magazine. 1905, Little Nemo in Slumberland, another very important comics. 1937, Detective Comics, DC Comics, and 1938, the BNO. BNO is also another form of comics. This is the DC versus Marvel. As I was saying, that this battle actually continues the two famous giants of comics and graphic novel. Now let us have a basic differentiating between comics and graphic novels. What is a graphic novel and what is a comic? So graphic novel is much more, as I was saying, a very serious activity. It is much more longer in nature, it is more complex, and often more have to have their storylines wrapped up in only one or two books. It's a longer one. So for example, talking about the graphic novel, I must cite a great example of the graphic novel, Maus. Maus is basically a Holocaust narrative. What is a Holocaust? Holocaust is the slaying of the Jews by Adolf Hitler and the Germans in the from 1930s, 40s to the beginning of the Second World War, যেখানে বিপুল পরিমাণে জিউসদেরকে হত্যা করা হয়েছে, মার্ডার করা হয়েছে, they have been killed. তো তার যে অটোবায়োগ্রাফিক্যাল হিস্ট্রি, একজন হলোকস্ট সার্ভাইভার, তার ন্যারেটিভ, তার দুঃখের ন্যারেটিভ, তার সার্ভাইভার ন্যারেটিভ বলছেন এই মাউস। আর্ট স্পিগেলম্যানের লেখা মাউস ইজ আ ক্যানোনিক্যাল গ্রাফিক নভেল দ্যাট এগেন চেঞ্জ দ্য প্যারাডাইম অফ দ্য গ্রাফিক নভেলস। গ্রাফিক নভেলের ডিসকাশনে মাউসের কথা আসবেই। This is another famous graphic novel, Persepolis. Persepolis is basically the tale of a woman, an Iranian woman, where the woman is telling about the story of the suppression and oppression of the patriarchal Iranian society. So, যখন একটা সিরিয়াস ওয়েতে, একটা সিরিয়াস ভাবে একজন ক্যারেক্টার তার autobiographical beat, it can be an autobiographical narrative, it can be a serious issue like Holocaust, like the suppression and oppression of the women, এই ইস্যু নিয়ে যখন কথা বলতে আরম্ভ করছেন, এই ইস্যু নিয়ে যখন কথা বলছেন, that actually transformed itself into a graphic narrative. So it's much more longer, it is much more complex. For example, another graphic narrative recently published is Vimayana. Vimayana actually tells the story of the untouchables. It's basically a biography of Bhimrao Ambedkar, যেখানে অস্পৃশ্যদের কথা, তাদের কাস্টদের, সেই পার্টিকুলার একটা কাস্টিস্ট ইন্ডিয়ান সেটিংয়ে এই পার্টিকুলার গ্রাফিক নভেলটা আনফোল্ড করছে। সো বুঝতে পারছো, গ্রাফিক নভেল অত্যন্ত সিরিয়াস কমপ্লেক্স টপিক, হিউম্যান ইমোশন, তার বিভিন্ন লেয়ার্স নিয়ে এই গ্রাফিক নভেল অনেক বেশি কাজ করে। ইট ইজ মাচ মোর ডিটেইলড and it's basically graphic novel has a reputation as being gritty, explicit, and it is basically for the much more mature audiences. While comic books tells a story through serialized manner, it can be non-serious in nature. Sometimes successful comic books can be collected and packaged as a graphic novel format. For example, Batman. For example, The Killing Joke. It's a story of Batman and the Joker. যেহেতু দীর্ঘদিন পাবলিকেশনের ফলে ব্যাটম্যান আর কোনো স্টিরিওটিপিক্যাল সুপারহিরো নয়, একটা গ্রাফিক নভেল তার মধ্যে থেকে ইমার্জ করছে একটা মাছ মোর কমপ্লেক্স স্টোরি। জোকার বিকামস আ ভেরি সিরিয়াস ভিলেন, তার যে লেয়ার্ড বিভিন্ন ধরনের তার ভিলেনি, সেইটা নিয়ে একটা কমিক বুক ক্রিয়েটেড হচ্ছে, যেটা গ্রাফিক নভেলে ট্রান্সফর্ম হচ্ছে। সো দেয়ার লাইজ দ্য ডিফারেন্স বিটুইন দ্য comic book and a graphic novel. So now let us have a look into the history of the graphic narrative. 1954, a very important books published, Seduction of the Innocent published, but 1978 is known as the birth year of the graphic narrative, The Contract with God by William Eisner, or Will Eisner is known as the famous graphic narrative about the condition of the Jews. 1986, Frank Miller writes Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, another famous graphic narrative. Alan Moore, perhaps one of the greatest graphic writers of all time, along with Joe Sacco or Art Spiegelman. He also writes The Watchmen, published in 1986, and a famous movie or a TV series about some superhero characters who are dejected and rejected by the American government. Tader golpo ei Watchmen. 1992, another very famous year, when Mouse, A Survivor's Tale by Art Spiegelman published, and it wins the Pulitzer Prize. Now, graphic narrative becomes a very important tale. It is not only a kind of cartoonish narrative, but becomes also an allegorical narrative. Because in Mouse, all the characters are basically mouse, M-O-U-S-E. বেসিক্যালি ইঁদুরের প্রত্যেকেরই মুখ ইঁদুরের মতো। কেন? কারণ মানে জিউসদেরকে ট্রিট করা হয়েছে ইঁদুরের মতোই, তাদেরকে সেভাবেই মারা হয়েছে, তাহলে তারা মানুষ নেই, দেখতে ইঁদুর হয়ে গেছে। তাহলে একটা রূপক, একটা অ্যালিগেরি ইউজ করেছেন এখানে লেখক এই মাউসে। পাবলিশড ইন 1992, written by Art Spiegelman, S-P-I-E-G-E-L-M-A-N, Art Spiegelman. Art Spiegelman's Mouse, published in 1992, changed the entire paradigm of the graphic narrative. It's basically a kind of survivor's narrative where all the characters are basically mouses. They are animal figures. They are being killed by the other powerful characters on that particular on this particular graphic narrative. In the same way, another very important graphic narrative published in 2018 or 19, I guess, that is known as Munnu, Indian narrative, Indian graphic novel. Indian graphic novel কিন্তু খুব সিরিয়াসলি ইমার্জ করছেন। মহাভারত নিয়ে বিভিন্ন স্টোরি, Amruta Patil's take on Mahabharata, published as a graphic novel, Draupadi and others. In the same way, Munnu, which is actually a tale of the Kashmir, has been published by I forgot the author's name. Munnu also becomes a very important graphic narrative. So moving into big movies and TV shows coming from the comics and the graphic narrative, movies like Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk, Justice League, 300, Road to Perdition, Turtles, all these are examples of the comics and the graphic novel. These are some of the serious examples of the graphic novel. Persepolis, V for Vendetta. There's been also transcribed into also movies, Mouse, and countless other tales like Epilepsy. Like another famous graphic novel is, of course, I forgot the name, Habibi. It's a very serious tale about a women's oppression in the Arabian world. So graphic novels are the fastest growing categories of the book in book publishing and in book publishing industry, because traditionally a series of bound comics in long book form started in the UK in the 1870s, and now the growth of the graphic novel is rising very steadily. I already told you, this is generally considered as the first graphic novel published in 1978, known as A Contract with God by Will Eisner. This is Persepolis, which written by Marjane Satrapi. She is an Iranian woman, published in the 1992. It actually changed the perspective of the graphic novel. It's a black and white graphic novel, and it's absolutely brilliant. So talking about the form and format of the comic album, you can see various structures of the comic album here in this particular slide. So on the left, you can clearly see the left group is basically from Japan and shows the tankobon and the smaller bankobon formats. This is bankobon formats. This is tankobon formats. In Japan, the graphic narrative has not been published in A4 size books. Those in the middle group of the Franco-Belgian comics are in the standard A4 size comic album format, and while the right group of the graphic novels is from the English-speaking countries, where there is no such standard format. It's published in various sizes. So this is a basic introduction to the world of the graphic novels, a basic introduction to the world of the comics. I have told you about what is comics, what are the basic features of the comics. I told you about a brief historical timeline of the comics, when comics become popular. After the First World War, comics becomes popular, and after the Second World War, the popularity of the comics steadily rises. I told you about the conflict between the two giant comic producing companies, DC and Marvel. I told you about the basic difference between the graphic novel and comic book, and I give you countless instances of the graphic novels like Contract with God by William Eisner, Alan Moore's The Watchmen, Mouse, A Survivor's Tale by Art Spiegelman, and I also talked about how big movies, big banner budget movies like Spider-Man, X-Men, Superman, Batman has been published from, has been created from this graphic novel. So I also discussed about various form and formats of the comic album. I also discussed about the structure and format of a comic album. I discussed about what is panel, what is splash, what is spread, I have also discussed with you what is a speech balloon and thought balloon. So now let us move into Tintin, the Adventures of Tintin, which is a series of 24 comic albums created by the Belgian cartoonist Georges Remy. I will do it in my next class. Thank you. So this is a class dedicated wholly for the definition and scope of the comics and graphic narrative. Thank you.